you feeling overwhelmed by the tidal wave of changes that menopause brings? I'm here to throw you a lifeline. Imagine transforming fatigue into vitality, tossing and turning into peaceful slumber, and stress into serenity, all with the simple power of exercise. Let's unlock the secrets of using exercise to navigate through the menopausal maze. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Gayla Gorman, a licensed acupuncturist, naturopath, and author of What's Your Kryptonite? On this channel, I'm here to help you reverse the effects of chronic stress so that you can cruise through menopause symptom-free. Let's start by discussing how exercise can help you overcome menopause fatigue. First of all, exercise really creates happy brain chemicals. So one of the complaints that women often have related to menopause is that they just feel a little blue and have mood swings. And so these happy brain chemicals are going to go a long way to offsetting those feelings of just being in the doldrums. Exercise produces endorphins, we know that for sure, but depending on the type of exercise you're using, it will generate additional happy brain chemicals as well. The other thing movement does is actually creates energy in your body. So you heard me right. You're not just using energy, you're creating energy. The friction that we're creating, even just by stretching, actually is creating energy. It's similar to the way the brakes in a hybrid car recharge the battery. Think of movement as recharging your human battery. Exercise also improves sleep, and you want to make sure that you're exercising earlier in the day to get the most benefits out of this. But if you do need to exercise in the evening, make it a gentler form of yoga, something that is really relaxing and is just going to help you ease into that restful state that is going to really promote sound, high quality sleep so that you're going to combat this feeling of fatigue easily. We might be wondering at this point how often you should exercise. And so I will say that you should be exercising most days, but don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying I want you to exercise using high intensity interval training, extreme exercise. I want you just to be moving. 30 minutes most days. If you can just get outside and walk, especially in the morning, that is the absolute best exercise that you can do for yourself, regardless of the stage of life you're in. 30 minutes with the sunlight hitting your eyeballs is going to reset your circadian rhythms. It's going to recharge that human battery, and you're just going to feel good. If you will walk somewhere where you can just take in a little nature, that will even amplify the results. So we'll talk about using exercise to relieve stress in a few minutes, but exercising in the wrong way is one of the easiest mistakes you can make. Exercise can easily go from relieving stress to causing it. This is an example of one of the countless ways stress creates symptoms and other health issues, especially during menopause. I created a video that shows you how to eliminate menopause symptoms naturally, so I'll make sure to link to it below this video. But make sure you hit subscribe too, because I share a lot of tips when it comes to dealing with stress that's become toxic. Relieving the nasty symptoms stress creates makes navigating through menopause a breeze. So how do we manage stress with exercise during menopause? Well, just to remind you, as I mentioned previously, we want to use gentle exercise. High intensity interval training is really going to sabotage your efforts. It's just going to cause a cortisol spike and further drive your adrenals into the tank. So if you do really enjoy your high intensity interval training, make sure you limit that to just a couple of days a week and to no more than 30 minutes. Another thing that I will caution you is to watch that monitor. Typically, if you're in some sort of class where there is high intensity interval training going on, they will have you on a monitor. And if your heart rate goes into the red, that's a sign that you need to back it off. You do not want to be stressing your system to that extent. I mentioned a minute ago as well that exercising outside in the morning is best, but you also want to do that fasting if you want the most fat burning results, which most of us do when we're dealing with the side effects of menopause. So get outside in the morning, just, take a few minutes and get your morning started. I like to start my morning with a bit of meditation, but then just put on some appropriate clothes and some walking shoes and head outside for a half an hour and get your morning walk in and get that sunlight in your eyes. Another thing that'll really go a long way is some form of relaxation post-workout. I created a yoga nidra meditation that I close my mindful movement class with, and I included it as a resource in the MOLT Method program. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me and we'll get you a link for the MOLT Method program to check it out. And if your best efforts to live a healthy lifestyle and do all the things you've been led to think are supposed to work aren't getting the job done, you may even be feeling like you take 2 steps forward and 3 back. In my next video, I'll show you how to manage the toxic stress that's sabotaging your efforts. You can eliminate menopause symptoms naturally without medication, crazy diets, or intense exercise, or any other lifestyle hack that's unsustainable.